Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber Neal.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Amber Neal Show. I am so excited that you guys could join us today. We have some really good topics. Man, but today we are going to be talking about why you should wait 21 days after a breakup to heal. And we're also talking about reasons why dating is so friggin' difficult today, right? All right, guys, let me welcome in my co-host from the left to the right. Down at the end, he is former NFL. He is part of the NFLPA, Huddle Up Foundation, best-selling author, Believe So You Can Achieve. He's also my co-host, and he has his own show coming out, and he's also the sports director for Boss Up Houston Network. That was a long intro. Like give it up for Ryan Yarber.
I feel like the only thing, you know, Ryan has such a long achievement thing over here. It's like, the only thing I feel like you forgot on there was he is the founder of his foundation too.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? He has his foundation. It's the Ryan Yarborough Foundation. Yes. So I just feel like that's something that's
absolutely. It is very important.
It's very important. Not everybody can walk around and say I got a foundation. You know,
but you're not supposed to speak to introduce you. So
I'm just saying.
First of all, y'all. I'm just kidding, but y'all give it up for. He is the most in-demand DJ around. He is the vice president of Amber Neal Productions, Boss Up Houston Network, CEO of MarriedDate, CEO of DJ Houston, and he is my co-host. Y'all give it up for my work husband, DJ Houston.
Go DJ, go.
I have to say, you really make other men look bad. Okay, and not in a good way. Like it's bad if your work husband does treat you better than anybody you're dating. So if you wonder why I'm single, it's because he's making y'all look bad. I'm just saying.
My bad. What can I say?
Don't apologize.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like when other DJs get mad because I take their spot.
Ooh.
Like, it ain't my fault you ain't good enough to keep your spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's fighting words.
Just saying.
Yeah, when you're good, you're good.
Right.
And you know, it's so funny because you were talking about at the afterthoughts on the last show. You were talking about, people want to hit it and quit it. Not with me, honey. They get.
I mean, they ain't trying to hit it and quit it with me either.
They still call. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
But anyway.
Facts.
All right, guys. Today we have a really great special guest on the show. He is one of the Total Package Awards honorees for top 10 Bachelor of the Year. He is the CEO and founder of Unguardable Athletics. Y'all give it up for Aaron Williams.
All right. Yeah.
Go, Aaron.
Thanks for having me on the show. I so appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, and he said he caught the last show that we filmed with the situationships. Just curious, what did you think about the situationship show?
Well, I agree with everything that was said. You know, I definitely been in some situationships myself, so you know, I won't spoil it though. Yeah, I won't spoil it.
He's like, I'm top 10 Bachelor. I'm not gonna tell you nothing else. Okay. So tell us about Unguardable Athletics.
Well, Unguardable Athletics is a basketball program where we turn 3-star athletes into 5-star prospects.
Wow.
You know, and like I said, we work with the kids from ground up. I started the program 4 years ago. I started with high schoolers. In that time, we sent a few kids to go out play in college, so they got a chance to continue their education as well.
Wow.
As well as continue to play sports. And so now we work with the younger kids, ages 7 to 11. Mm-hmm. And so we're just working on building those kids and growing them through the program, and that way they can go on and continue and get reach the dreams that they want to achieve.
I love
but
that.
also get the education with that as well.
Well, it's funny you said that because that's one thing I used to, I'm a publicist, and I used to have I used to do PR for a pro sports team, and one of the things they required was their players either be pursuing their degree or have their degree.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think, because this is one of the things I can tell you is it's great to get into that 1%, especially when you go pro, you don't have time to develop many other skills. And it's not a knock. It's just that you have to be specific to that one thing, right, Ryan? Don't you think? I mean, that's why a lot of players leave the field and then they don't know what to do with what they've created for themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And so the education can be one avenue to fall back on. How do you feel about that,
Well,
Ryan?
yeah, education is always something to fall back on. It's not nowadays. It's not as prevalent. Saying get your education, because there's so many other things that you can get involved with. But the main thing that you have to be able to do is have an open mind to be able to explore some of the things that you already have wanted to do.
Right.
Or not even known that you can do. So when it's all said and done, when your ball playing days are over, you always have to have something to fall back on. Or a few things, not just one thing, but a few things to fall back on.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to jump into our topics of why you should wait 21 days to heal before you try to move on to the next person. They always say get under somebody to get over somebody. That's played out. That's not real, and that'll get you caught up in another situationship, okay? All right, guys. When we come back, we're also going to talk about reasons why dating is so freaking difficult these days. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today.
Y'all guys obviously heard the bloopers from behind the scenes.
Welcome back to the Amber Neal Show, behind the scenes. All right, guys, we're talking about apps and dating. It's been real crazy. Our first show we just filmed has us on a whole giggly situationship, okay? Because that's what we've been talking about, situationships. But we're going to keep talking in that theme. Today we're talking about why you should wait 21 days to heal and why it's so freaking hard to date out here, guys. I'm telling you, it is hard out here for a pimp. So if you are a hopeless romantic, it is a special kind of hell. And we're going to help you kind of navigate through that. So let's jump in, guys. Welcome back into the show. DJ Houston and Ryan Yarbrough, my co-host with the most. And Ryan is going to be, man, he is doing big things. He is now the sports director for Boss Up Houston Network. And he has his own show coming, and his website is ready. Woo!
Right.
RyanYarbrough.com. That makes life easy, don't it? Just when you can just say RyanYarbrough.com.
Well,
I mean, y'all two, I get extremely jealous of because all you got to say with you two is your name and Google it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan Yarbrough, Google it.
Okay.
Amber Neal, Google it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, y'all guys got that little extra flair right there.
Hey, you're on the way, honey. Trust me. The names, you can always tell where you're going to be by who you're aligned with. Look in this room.
No doubt.
4 out of 4 people are bosses. So what's that mean? You're already a boss.
I mean, this is true.
I mean, it's just a matter of when you take that next level. Because when we met, you're still DJ Houston, and you've always been DJ Houston, always will be, right? But when I remember meeting you, and I'm thinking, why are you not a personality though? Because his conversation is so interesting. I just love going to lunch with you and talking to you, and I'm like, why are you not on air? Because you have such great insight.
And not only that, but we're like the queens of roasting when
Yes.
we're at lunch. Because they happen to catch us between that hangry phase and that we're about to eat phase, and everything you do, look like, see, look, smell, anything, just is a roast us.
It's like when a crackhead wants a rock. Yeah, okay. Don't get me my food when I'm hungry is all I'm trying to say.
All right, so Amber, tell me why I should have to wait 21 days after I dump that piece of crap that I was dating, okay?
Because as that old saying goes, you know, get under somebody, get over somebody. It doesn't, listen, y'all should know from just being anyone over 21 has had enough experience to know that you can go have sex with 5 people. But if you're really in love with somebody, you're still going to be in love with them. But now you got 5 soul ties you got to add to it. So let's jump into it. Number 1, reason to wait 21 days before you start dating someone else, before you really don't even get online. Don't do anything. The 21 days it takes to break a habit, right? And sometimes you might be addicted to toxic relationships. So 21 days can be that clarity to look back and go, whoa, what was I thinking? So let's jump into it. 20 reasons to wait 21 days after a breakup. Number 1, don't find a reason to go back to the same person just because you're lonely or still feel attached. I know I've been guilty of that. I know I read potential, and I know I want to believe somebody. There's nothing naive about me, honey. I'm play, all right? But don't ever think you finesse me, okay? Because I let it happen. And that's the reality of it is you let it happen. It may be because of self-esteem issues, low worth. It might just be because you're just in the mood. They caught you at the right time, the right moment, right? But at the end of the day, if someone has not shown you that they have done the work to meet you halfway, don't go back, because there's 8 billion people on this planet. And as we've shown y'all previously, that means based in Houston alone, based on 7 million people, you have 2,000 people that you are actually truly compatible with based on 3%.
Right. And you know, saying this, you know, the first one, the don't give yourself a reason. This is the perfect timing to bring this up because it's holiday season. Most people have to have that spouse during the holiday season. You know, I know it can be tough showing up to your family's house, being single this year when you showed up last year with 2 boos on the outside.
Me.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you just got to get better at roasting their spouse.
Facts.
I don't want one like your husband.
So don't let the holidays be a reason to sit here and go back to your ex. Like that's never a good excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because then now you got to go through and try to fake happy in front of your family who knows you more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So when you fake in front of them, they're gonna call you on it right away, and then you got to go and explain why you're still together when they know you're not happy. So you know, it's just don't use it as an excuse. It's just better to let it go and sit there for those 21 days.
Aaron, you said you've been in a situationship. Okay, I know we tricked you and made you think we're talking about Justin Gardner Athletics
Yes.
today. But we're putting you in the hot seat because that's how we're very open with our life, okay? So if anything's too much, you can plead the fifth.
Okay.
But it's better for you to answer so we don't have to, like, auto text something in what you said. Okay. But, you know, have you ever done that? Have you ever just gone back to the same person because you feel lonely or still attached? And what's been the outcome usually?
Yeah, I would say maybe because I was still had feelings for that person, so you're still attached, you know. But like I said, it never, you know, works, you know, that way.
It never works out.
Yeah, you know.
What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, usually when you keep going back or finding reasons to go back, that more so is touching on your lonely side, okay? And sometimes you have to be okay with yourself and form a relationship with yourself, because there's a lot of people that have multiple personalities, okay? So you have to form a relationship with yourself, more so a mental relationship than any other relationship with yourself.
You know what? I'm going to take that even a step further, and I'm going to use his own words. You got to believe in yourself so you can achieve.
Right. Believe so you can achieve. That's right. Self-love.
Self-love.
Exactly.
That's right.
That is really what it's about, because, you know, one of the things I want to tap into the holidays coming up, depression. If you deal with depression, I know the suicide rate has tremendously gone up through COVID and through all the hard times we're going through right now. But I know that for people that have been close to me have felt like the loneliness can be suffocating. So we don't want to make light of, if you are going through depression, talk to somebody. There's toll-free numbers. You can call into our show. We'll find you those resources. We take it very seriously. So if you are feeling suicidal because of depression and loneliness, this is also for you, and to know that there are resources out here, and we are committed here at the Amber Neal Show. If you are battling with depression in any kind of way that does lead to suicidal thoughts, please reach out and talk to somebody, which leads us into our next one, because that is why we go back, because we think nobody else loves
and
us.
right before you jump into that next one, I just want to, and it's not exactly a shameless plug, but it kind of is. For those of you who are single, and I know that the holidays are tough, and this is when you get depressed because you're sitting around the house and you're just thinking.
Yes.
We have a perfect solution for you.
We do.
Events and Adventures.
Yes.
One of our friends of the show, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? They specialize in singles getting together to do like-minded events. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you're going to, don't even think about it as going out there to try to date. You're just going to do things that you like to do. You're just going out there, choosing events that you absolutely love, and then you meet people who have the same interest as you while you're there. And guess what? They're single. So you may be able to find the love of your life
And
there.
they're screened.
Exactly. So you're not just going to be dealing with the crazy people, you know what I'm saying, as you would on Tinder or Plenty of Fish.
Playing games,
Exactly.
artists,
You know, because if they find any of that out, they get rid of you. So right now, it's that perfect time of year. You know, if you are feeling lonely, if you feel like, you know, you don't want to have to be alone during the holidays, they have some great events for you on the holidays. I know they do their Friendsgiving there, you know, so they invite all the couples, listen to me, all the singles out there to become couples.
That's right.
As they do it.
They average 50 marriages a year through all their clubs. You have
Right.
15 locations. And the great thing is, tell them you heard about it through us, and you get 6 months free with membership.
Absolutely. And then guess what? After you go and get booed up over there, we got something for you still to do, because our friends over at Marriage deal with couples. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's tough time. It's a tough time of year. It's the holiday season. But guys, we're here for you. That's what we're saying. We got plenty of friends of the show where we can sit here and guide you in a new way. And if you need a new way to talk to your boo, AT&T's got you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got ways to keep you connected. You got that long distance relationship? Shoot, we got you. We'll hook you up with some AT&T, you know? So if you need any of these services, or you want, you know, you need help finding it, you don't know the numbers to call, or, you know, you even want help signing up, give us a call at the Matchmaker Hotline, 866-479-8752, because
And make sure you call that number, because we're going to give you a special number to call for a very special rate for AT&T.
exactly, you know, because, hey, you know, we're here to help you out just as much as that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? We're not just, it's seriously not about the shameless promos. It's literally about that. This is why we choose the certain friends that we choose at the show. You know what I'm saying? Because they become a value to everybody.
It's a marriage to our brand, for
exactly.
Sure.
So
what's the next one?
Well, the next one, for reasons why you need to wait 21 days after you break up with somebody. You need to talk to your friends and your family to realize that, you matter to a lot of people and that you don't just matter to that one person that you've evolved your life around for God knows what reason.
And there's the problem. You can't make somebody your whole world and think that when it goes away, you're not going to fall apart. You will.
Right. So take that time, take that time to surround yourself around your friends and family that love you so they can show you that support, that you're not alone during these tough times.
What's the next one, Ryan?
That's right. Be one of the first ones.
You think so too?
Yeah, because the family gonna tell you everything. They're gonna try to push you all the way away from you.
Right.
You gotta watch who you're talking to. You gotta watch who you're talking to.
You know what I mean? So.
And you gotta be careful when you are talking to your family, because if you're talking to your bitter family member who hates all people, whoever they date.
Right.
No.
I don't want to talk to that. You don't want to talk to that person.
No.
No.
You don't want to talk to man bashing or women bashing or all people are this way or everybody bitter. You want to talk to somebody that can understand what the goals you're trying to set and understand, because people are so quick to say just get a divorce, but real marriage is fights and it's arguments and it's blow ups and it's but it's really about how you fight will determine if it's healthy or toxic. What's the next one, Ryan?
That's right. Stop only thinking about the good times and remember why you broke.
Oh my gosh! If I could honestly just tell you how many times I've had to tell this to my friends before, because every time I hear them say, "Oh well, me and so are getting back together," why? Do you remember why you broke up? Yeah, but we had so much fun together. But do you remember why you broke up?
Let me translate that for you. The D was really good.
I mean, I've been down that alley too. You know
I'm
what I'm
telling
saying?
you, the D will have you in a whole relationship you have no business being in. I promise.
Facts. That was my first marriage. You know what I'm saying? My only marriage.
I ain't gonna give my ex-husband that much props. But,
well, I mean, like I said, there was only one reason why to stick around. That I was guys.
Yes.
I was like, is that what we say?
I don't know if we can say that.
I don't know if we can either. Well, we'll find out.
So and then moving along to the next one is when you step out of a toxic relationship, you should focus on things that make you happy. Okay, and that aren't part of a restriction anymore. So that weighs heavy right there, because sometimes when you're in a relationship, you take on the characteristics of the other person, and you lose yourself at certain times. And once again, you cannot be in a relationship, which is supposed to be, two people, right? You can't be in a relationship and always trying to please the other person and you're not pleasing yourself. You're not pleased within.
If people would actually just treat themselves the way they treat the people that they love, they probably wouldn't have ever even picked that person most of the time. That's what's crazy about it. So many times we think that you see millionaires killing themselves. People don't understand that you think money is going to be the answer. It's not. Nah. Nothing external, new job, new house, new this. That was all true for a family member of mine. Like, they had all these great external worldly things, but still took their life. Because the self-love journey is internal. There is nothing external that will make you feel happy and whole. And so I agree with you, Ryan, that too. What do you think?
No, I totally agree with that. I mean, I might edit this one out. But,
okay.
I totally agree with that, though.
I got kind of serious there for that topic. But, the thing is that I think that is, when you feel resistance, when you're in a relationship and you feel like you can't be yourself, you have to walk on eggshells, you feel like they're going to get mad, or you feel like you can't be yourself, it's always going to be a fight, you dread going home. This is when people start cheating, guys. I'm telling you, because it's like, it's easier to, because sometimes you're stuck together for finances or health care or kids or whatever the case may be, and you're just like, well, let me just get an escape. But it's better to be single and not have those restrictions, because even if you have kids, you're better as a parent if you're happy, healthy, and whole alone than you are in a toxic marriage, because now you're just teaching them toxicity.
That part, and that's exactly what I was going to jump in and say. If you stay around like that, you're teaching your kids that they can't do better than what situation you're in. You don't understand how much you really mold your kids. Your kids know more than what they show you. If we can tell when our parents are unhappy, you know what I'm saying? You wake up in the middle of the night and you hear that screaming and that arguing, or you wake up early in the morning, you know when your parents aren't happy. Kids know. So you're teaching your kids that it's okay to stay unhappy and be in these relationships, versus just saying, you know what, I'm gonna do me. I understand that I have kids and all this, but we can still raise a family and be separate,
Co-parenting is a real thing, guys.
It really is.
So that's like in the same line of, like Ryan was saying, like just losing yourself, and like you said, just then after that you just
you do. You lose yourself, and then you wonder why you're not whole for the next person. Yourself, right. They're fragmented in pieces, and meanwhile they're moving on with their best life. Yeah. And by the way, speaking of best life, before I forget, I'm so used to filming every day that I think I can announce everything every day. But this week, guys, 11/11. If you haven't signed up yet, go to Eventbrite and sign up to come to our well, this probably won't even air.
I was
by
like,
the
no,
time,
yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Whatever. We had fun at the day. 11/11, the Amber Neal Day in Houston, guys. If y'all want to come out and get more information.
But since she's plugging that 11/11 day,
yes.
She also, because normally on 11/11, your total package rewards is what we usually do. We usually do the total package rewards on her day in the city. But this year, we decided to team up with Boss Up Houston and, Shamir.
Of Houston,
exactly.
Real Housewives of Houston.
And so we're going to do it all on 12/12.
12/12.
So that way, we have a little bit longer to plan things for y'all. And if y'all haven't been able to see yet, go check out our social media, because the place we booked is outstanding.
The Grand Tuscany Hotel, guys. It is beautiful. And guess what? Speaking of Ryan's Foundation, we're actually benefiting Ryan Yarborough Foundation as well as Kadori Helping Hands. So our co-host, guys, we picked their co-host to bless your foundation, because y'all are such a blessing to other people. So
absolutely.
Let's move on. All right, guys, 21 days why you want to wait till after a breakup before you really try to move on to somebody else is because you don't want to use a rebound relationship to deal with your breakup. It may give you some days of relief, but it will also make things vulnerable for you, because at the end of the day, I really feel like whatever you bond over, studies show that whatever you bond over will determine if the relationship has success or not. That's why when people usually have affairs, it usually doesn't work out. Sometimes it does, and whatever. But for the most part, statistically, if you bond over something negative, then when you heal from that, then you don't have anything in common anymore.
Right. So if you're bonding over your ex, and
hating
them, exactly.
Somebody died in your family.
As soon as you finally heal over it, they're not gonna have anything to talk about anymore. So they're not gonna be interested. Or if you just even bond over sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what bonds you, y'all guys have good sex. The second that, you find something out that turns you off, it's over. You know what I mean?
And that's the difference between lust and love. Love and lust look a lot alike, but lust is ego-based, and it's about me getting my, I'm trying to clean up our show. And love is selfless and giving, and it's about the other person. What's the next one?
Ryan, you want to take the next one?
The next one, sometimes doesn't heal you, but lets you see things clearly. Don't give up on yourself during the initial days. That's just like any type of addiction or relationship. It can be drugs, okay? It can be ball, it can be anything. I know when I initially left the game, it was like, I miss certain things, not everything, but it's like, okay, what do I miss? That's why I still work out to this day, put it that particular way. But when it comes on the relationship side, it's like, all right, you get used to doing something, like we were speaking about earlier on the same day, this time, okay? This time we had breakfast. Around this time we used to have breakfast. Around this time I used to call. Around this time I used to text. And so on and so forth. And things start going through your head where you have to separate yourself from that because you'll start going down that path again. But more so than anything else, you by yourself now. So you're going out and you're trying to find somebody to replace those times that you used to have, like we were talking about the rebound and things of that nature. But getting back to everything, you cannot give up on yourself those first few days, because those first few days are the hardest. Once again, just like with addiction, just like with anything, it's like, okay, I'm tweaking. I didn't have
You
my.
really can tweak over a relationship
yeah.
though. Like that's real.
Yeah, I didn't have
People
my.
get addicted to people.
Yeah, once again, as you say, from your particular standpoint, okay.
Mine and
but,
DJ, he's
yeah. But once again, it's like, all right, man, I'm not going to practice today. What do I do? I didn't have a drink today. What do I do?
Right.
I didn't take a wad of tobacco today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
How do you
a
feel
chew.
it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, man, it's like I'm tripping. But once again, it comes down to that being a habit. Okay, more so
Exactly.
than anything, because those first few days are the hardest.
Yeah, you get a routine with somebody.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that good morning text or whatever, and then you'll get that text that morning, you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
and look, you're still alive. Look at that. You
Right.
still live through it.
You know,
people.
It's so funny. This is how you know we're always on the same page, because just right before you said that, the first thing that I was thinking is like, do you remember how many times you probably said in your life, like, oh my God, I'm going to die without you. I can't live without you in my life. My life is over. But yet, look at you.
I never said
You're
that.
still alive.
Right.
Oh, come on. Like, you weren't a teenager crushing before.
No, I've always been a player.
Okay. You know, in order to become a player, it's because you had to have gotten played. You know what I'm
It only
saying?
happened once.
Well, that's all it took, and you were probably sitting there, I can't live without you.
No,
Please
actually,
come
I
back
had
to
a
me.
butcher knife and I chased him.
Either way. Okay, so the last one on the reasons why you should wait 21 days after your breakup.
Are we out of order?
No, we're not out of
Ryan
order.
just went.
No,
Right?
we went. So
You skipped yourself.
I did skip myself and get into right. What? I was like, what are you talking about? Out of
What's the
order.
last one say?
Well, the last one says, learn to love yourself a little bit more daily, and ultimately, you will reach a point where you start feeling glad about that decision.
Oh.
That's all about that self-love journey. You know, you have to start small. Like, self-love doesn't come overnight. Just like falling in love doesn't really come overnight. You know, you start noticing the things that they do daily, the small little things. Some of y'all say love at first sight's possible. I don't. I feel like you have to, like, I feel like you can love somebody at first sight, but I don't feel like you can fall deeply in love with somebody as soon as you meet them.
Okay, we talked about this on the show. So I do believe in love at first sight, but I also believe that patterns are what you want to look for when to kind of give you indication it's going to work out. Because people do what they want to do, people do what you let them. So if people are doing a pattern over and over and over and over, you're in out this relationship and they're not changing, you're just getting the same pattern, it's because you don't have boundaries. They don't fit. You're doing what you let. They're doing what you let them. So at the end of the day, but I also think love at first sight is a very real thing. I think that's more of a spiritual. I've known so many men that have said, "Oh, that's my wife." Have y'all heard men say that? That's my wife.
Yeah.
Well, look at a chick one time. That's why.
I was going to say,
uncle.
clearly.
Your uncle did that?
My uncle did that. That was his wife.
And they still together?
They're still together.
See?
I mean, to be honest, we did match a couple within you know what I'm saying?
but
Like, they met each other and they were like,
And it was spiritual.
you know, but again, I still feel like, you know, because
It was, though.
I still feel like there was still, you know, there's still, again, within the 87 days, that was them learning each other. You know what I mean?
It's still not enough time to know each other, though. So that's why, even though they got married 87 days, they're going to have to still learn each other over the next first year, because you don't have time to see patterns in 90 days. That's all I'm trying to say. I do believe you can know that somebody has. I'll give you an example. My sister just met somebody, and I literally said, "That's your husband," and my whole family went berserk. "Oh, don't say that. She ain't been on a date with him yet." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Watch. I know it's a spiritual thing. I'm telling you." And so when I talked to her the other day, and I said, "How's it going, so and so?" And she's like, "I said, that's your husband, ain't it?" She goes, "Yeah, it is." I'm just saying, sometimes when you know, and I'm not saying, but again, back to love and lust,
Yeah.
look a lot alike. I'm just saying it can happen, but it also takes a pure heart, and it takes your spirit leading, not your, clean word for that? Genital.
I would say not your below the waist
Not your
area.
below your other head, okay?
Okay, yeah. So just, all in all, just don't forget to learn to love yourself. That's what life is really about. It's about learning to love yourself, because you can't learn to love anybody else until you found that true self-love.
Abstinence makes the heart grow fonder, or it's going to be the answer of like, hey, this is actually better without them. That's why you need 3 weeks. You need 21 days to just kind of evaluate the whole situation and kind of decide maybe you'll miss them, and maybe that 21 days will make them actually get their act together and do right, or maybe it'll give you time enough to heal enough to where you can say they're not going to change, and I need to get my act together, and I need to do right, and I need to leave that. It's toxic.
Right.
We've got to take a break, guys. When we come back, we're going to finish this conversation, because man, it is so hard to meet somebody in today's world in a culture where it's hook up and ask last names later. Okay, we're going to be talking about reasons why dating is so freaking difficult these days. When
And
we come
up to
back.
that point, it's not even just last names; it's asking for names. Period. I'm just saying, like, how many people have you heard hook up and like, I don't even know what his name was.
And it's true though. It's true though.
I mean,
when you're literally meeting people on hookup apps and their profile picture is their junk, what'd you expect? We'll be right back.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com. Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your coffee today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you. Guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. It's your girl, matchmaker, comedian, the go-to girl. It's my day in the city this week, baby.
Hey.
All right, guys. Y'all welcome my co-hosts back to the show, Ryan Yarbrough and DJ Houston.
Yes.
And we have our very special guest in studio, Aaron Williams, joining us from Unguardable Athletics.
The motto is, you can't guard me.
You can't guard me.
That's the motto.
My man.
You can't guard me.
That's like fighting words right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I feel like you should put that on your dating profile. You can't guard me.
Listen,
I'm going out if I want to.
He's trying to light a fire under them butts right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly.
All right, Aaron, you got to jump in because, you know, you being one of Houston's top 10 most eligible bachelors coming out at the Total Package Awards. Y'all check that out on Eventbrite. Look for the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala on Eventbrite. Get your tickets, and you want to be a friend of the show, you want to be a sponsor, you want to get plugged in. We're benefiting Ryan's foundation as well as Kadori's foundation. Shout out to Kadori. She'll be back in a couple of weeks back on the show. But today we're going to jump into our topic, reasons why it is so difficult to date these days. And we want to hear from one of our top 10 bachelors because you're a total package. You got it going on.
I do.
Watch all his exes be trying to like holler back at him now once they see the show.
But,
see, I got him now.
See?
You got any of your exes, anybody comes up trying to holler back at you, you say, no, you got to talk to Amber now.
Yeah. See?
I got you. I'm going to filter for you. So they're going to be mad because I'm going to tell them you are not qualified. All right. Reasons why dating is so difficult these days. Let me jump in. Number one, this is the truth. Our expectations are higher today because we are swamped and inundated with images of the perfect love from social media. As I call it, fake book.
Okay.
Right.
Everybody's posting their beautiful love story, and then what's her name? I can't remember. I just watched it on TV. Anyway,
That's what I'm about to say. The TV too.
the TV.
Yeah.
Well,
The TV.
see, what I was going to say is, I mean, I think it was just media in general, because think about Disney back in the day. I mean, come on, Cinderella.
Oh, man, they
Listen,
messed us up.
you know what I'm saying?
I want to sue them.
Frog and the Prince, or whatever, Prince and the Frog, or whatever it was called.
That's right.
Like, I'm just saying, you know, like they are the ones who really gave us the false expectations
Yeah,
of
because it's
love.
always the frog. It's never the prince.
It's never the
You get
Prince.
some warts, but you don't get the prince. Okay. What'd you think? What'd you think, Aaron? I mean, you know, our expectations are higher because we're swamped with images of perfect love.
I mean, yeah, you know, looks can be deceiving, especially on you know, some social media platforms. You can't say-
Filters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about filters?
I mean, they are. I think they're all right. You know, if people want to use them, I don't want to knock nobody's hustle. You know what I mean?
But then you try to meet them in person. You're like, yeah, I'm here to meet Amanda, and she's like, that's me.
Yeah.
And he's like, you look more like a dude named Gus.
Like, you got to walk around with the filter that you had on your profile picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to walk in the thing with your profile filter on you. What do you think, Ryan? I mean, do you think?
About well, first of all, about the perfect love. There is no such thing as perfect love. I'm trying not to hurt nobody's feelings by saying that, but once again, now skipping past that, okay, with the filter, I think just like Aaron was saying, you don't want to knock nobody's hustle. That's the whole thing. I feel as if you didn't hustle me to get my attention. All right, so don't be upset.
Dating is a hustle.
Yeah, don't be
That's so
upset.
funny.
Don't be upset when
I reject you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't wear Spanx, because I feel like it's a deception. I mean, you're sitting here looking like,
yeah.
and then you take it off, and they're like, whoa, yeah.
Because
might as well
beauty's just skin deep. Personally,
might as well just-
when it come down to it, it's just skin deep.
Right.
To me,
Spanx is like wearing shaving a mustache off and glued it back on. That's what that's like. Okay.
So, you know, to go and sit here and add to all of that and to make it even more difficult out there in the dating game, as a result from all of the imperfected love that we see, you know what I'm saying? Because it really ain't perfect. But, you know, from social media showing us all this fake perfect love that we have, we expect perfection all the time. And if we don't find it, we get bored and we move on quickly.
Ghosting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. We've had a whole show about ghosting. Like, if you didn't catch
You
it,
been
go
ghosted?
back.
I haven't been ghosted. I have not.
Have you ghosted somebody? Tell the truth.
I have not. I can't.
Let me scoot over. You ghosted
I
someone?
don't think I have the heart to just ghost someone like that.
Aw.
You a
What's your
Virgo
sign?
too, Aaron? You a
You know,
Virgo?
I'm Virgo too, though.
Wait. Are you a
Shouldn't
September
they say-
Virgo
Virgo?
Yeah.
or an August Virgo?
Oh man, I thought you. How you
No,
going?
nah,
Oh,
nah,
man.
I'm
Taurus.
just asking. I'm just
Yeah,
I was
Taurus.
like, man,
Which
God.
were you, August or September?
September
Boo.
19th.
September
Well,
19th.
he closer to he closer to the Libra.
I'm more Leo, like, than I am Virgo, but you're more Leo. You know, I thought about
He's
that.
more
When you
Libra.
really think about Virgo, you start getting, like, the serious signs of zodiac. You got Virgo, and then you have the Libra gets more anal, and then the Scorpio is like, woo, and then Sagittarius is like, oh, hell no. And then Capricorn is like, I know you did. And then you get the Taurus, and then it starts chilling back down. The Taurus and the Pisces and the Aquarius, and they're more, like, on the chill side. But our side of the zodiac, from like Leo to Capricorn, is some monsters if you make them mad. That's a side note. But anyway,
Tell them that secret, you know.
well, yeah, don't play with it. Now we can hide behind our phones and computer screens and avoid vulnerability and true familiarity. Everybody, I would call it. Everybody's an internet gangster. You ever had them bosses at work that won't confront you, but they'll send you an email like,
Hey, cause
I'm like, bring that same energy when you show up at the office.
Cause it's
Aye.
Woo! Smack them bones on that iPad. Smack them. Yeah, it's just another form of hiding behind, just like the wizard on the Wizard of Oz.
good
Okay, you
analogy.
tough behind the computer
Right.
on the email. Okay, but I like to talk personally. I like to talk to people directly. I'm gonna text you for so long.
Yeah.
I even talk to you on the phone for so long. But eventually, I want to see your actions. You know, I want to be around you, see how you maneuver, see how you walk, see how you talk, those things. But, you know, hiding behind the TV, I mean, not behind the TV, but the computer screens and the phones, that to me is, you know, that's when I'll ghost.
That is one
I'll
of
go
the number
somebody.
one things I tell people when you're interested in somebody. Do not text for a long time. Don't even talk on the phone for a long time. Get in person. You need to engage all 5 of your senses so you can kind of tell. You want to go out with them so you can see how they treat people they're not trying to hit up and try to pick up. Because a woman can be beautiful, or a man can be beautiful, but if they have a stank personality, you need to see that before you get too far involved. And that's honest to God why I have endorsed Events and Adventures for 15 years, because you get to, it's common interest, but you get to see as a friend, you get to go, get your bucket list out. But more than anything, you're really you're being true to yourself, and you're focused on your self-love. And that is when you're most likely to attract the right mate, is when you're happy, healthy, and whole alone.
Right.
Not in situationships. What's the next one?
Ryan, what is our next
What's
one?
your next?
And I don't have...
You skipped Ryan.
We good?
No,
I'm
I
right?
didn't.
I'm
Yeah,
right.
you skipped Ryan, and you read Ryan's.
I did.
So-
You sure
She
did.
was more so saying that because this is
that was me.
something that you
Yeah,
guys
she was
can
right.
So this is you.
pertain to.
Me, you, Ryan.
It got jumped over. But like social media,
Right.
okay? Just
Okay,
like
right.
social media, online dating, all right, has allowed us to invent the person we think we are or perhaps wish we are. So once again, that building that character, that superhero or that super shero, you know,
yes.
to make
Captain
yourself
Save-A-Ho.
to make yourself look good, okay? And to once again to deceive
Yeah.
people. You know, when it's all said and done, it's like, this is not really me. I'm making a profile just like I'm trying to make my resume look good. Okay? I'm trying to make me look good in a lot of areas. But once again, when it's all said and done, I need to see you because I can't kiss you through the computer.
I mean,
I can't touch you.
I'm
What
like,
is it,
Soldier Boy.
John?
Yeah, Soldier Boy said you could. He said kiss me through the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Unless we go back to, you know, to
But I was
Freddie.
laughing what you
Freddie,
said.
get
I'll
the-
even talk to you on the phone. Because back when we grew up, it was like that was the only
Yeah,
option.
yeah,
And now we're
yeah.
like, thank God we ain't got to talk to you on the phone. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, now it's FaceTime. Now we get stuck on FaceTime.
Nope,
You know what I'm
that's
What
saying?
is the
dead,
next
too.
one? Say DJ. We'll go in reverse.
Since you know I'm so backwards today.
Yes, you are.
It says Well, I say that the reason why, dating is so difficult today is because, like social media, online dating has allowed us to invent the person we think we are, or that perhaps we wish we were.
And then past that, thus, on the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Listen, it's dinner time, guys.
But no,
I'm hungry. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
No, thus we end up.
No, but sometimes you got things saying twice. People don't listen.
I mean, this is true too, because you know
He
what I'm
did it
saying.
on purpose. Okay?
Right. It's just as Bob Ross says. There's no
mistake.
Exactly, just happy accidents. You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna have to bring DJ a curly fro.
Oh, listen, I tried to find one for Halloween this year because I was gonna go as Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me. If I found a curly afro, it would have been down. I would have been Bob Ross. So, thus we end up potentially attracting the wrong person and setting ourselves up for failure without even intending to do so.
Telling you guys, it's all energy, and when you're not healed, you're not healthy, you're not happy, you're not whole, you're not putting that out. I don't care what you think, you're fooling people. And I know even when I have left a bad relationship, and I thought I was looking normal to everybody, and then I had somebody come up to me and say, "Oh, I wanted to do business with you, but you didn't look like you could handle anything else." And I'm like, "But I think I'm looking normal." Energy doesn't lie. That's why you gotta get healthy, get alone for yourself, get by yourself for a while, and then see what happens. But today, guys, we're talking about reasons why dating is so difficult, and we're going to leave you guys with this one. Dating can be hard because of fear. Note that it is normal to feel nervous to date again, especially if you have been married for a long time, and I think that's why you should date a lot of people. And even if you don't think they're your type, because a lot of times your type is what is keeping you single. You might be surprised. I had a matchmaking client who eliminated anything but white men. And I said, look, I just want you to be open, because I feel like, of her age, she should give herself more options. And I'm like, what's your real reason for saying that? And she's like, well, that's just how I was raised. I'm like, but do you have that feeling like that black men are not equivalent to white men? She's like, no, it's not that. I just never thought about it. She just never thought about it. Guess who she wanted to fall in love with? A black Britishman. I'm just saying, maybe it was the culture that she liked, and it's not the color. So it's just about be open, and it's not that we're trying to be an advocate for interracial dating. We're saying that you never know. Try it, you never know. And so, but don't let fear because of what your family would say if you date them, or what your family would think. At the end of the day, your family, they're doing their own thing, and they go to their own homes. You have to make decisions that are right for you. And you can also help break the ice when you're on these new dates by mentioning that I just feel a little bit out of practice. This is new for me. And this confession will help both of you relax a lot.
Yeah, break down the ice.
Yeah, break that. What do you think? Any final thoughts on any of this stuff that why it's so difficult to date today, or what's been your truth?
It just can be draining, sometimes in a sense, because with dating, that's time involved, so you have to be communicating with that, you have to know each other, schedules, things like that. So that's my only take. That's the only thing I would want to share.
And as an entrepreneur, it can be especially hard because. Here's one thing I recommend for entrepreneurs that are trying to date each other. Yes, we all like spontaneity, we like adventure, but the truth is, if you're dating an entrepreneur, you need a plan. And I hate to say it, but get on their calendar.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real to them. That calendar is more real than anything else in their life. So if you're on the calendar, sometimes you have to schedule romance. It's just when you neglect it because I'm too busy and you make excuses for not keeping it kindled, then you're dealing with another hole.
Yeah, and I'm going to speak from personal experience how right she is right there, because I've always been the person that I don't like to plan nothing, because I like to be spontaneous and just, romantic whenever I can be. But then once I became an entrepreneur, it was like, I realized I can't do that when, you know what I'm saying, I'm working 3 different gigs in a day. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. So, but if you are on my calendar, I know
before you even book the gig.
Exactly. I know that is there, and I ain't gonna, because it's hard. Like if somebody calls me right now and says, "Hey, do you have are you available in an hour?" If there ain't nothing on my calendar, maybe I'm gonna say yes. But we could have had plans for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know. I forgot because, I mean, money, I'm sorry, but as an entrepreneur, we got to take where our money comes.
Like you said, and that's dating though, you know, that's different than being in a relationship where, you know, if you care about that person, you're making time for that person and things like that. You know?
Yeah, of course, you know, and that's during the dating process.
Right, and as an entrepreneur, I know we're talking about somebody that wants to date an entrepreneur, but as an entrepreneur, we have to realize that as well. We have to realize that we have to put time aside in order to have relationships with people because we're 24/7, basically. You know, so it's like, well, we can do this at this particular time. You don't have to. Well, look, I have a sale I need to close right now, even though it's 11 p.m. Okay,
that's real
on the Tuesday.
It's
on the Tuesday,
right?
You know, you can't tell me.
Oh,
when,
you're working at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
When, how? Yeah, with this particular client, you know, this particular prospect that I have.
And you know,
it's the best time to get with.
That's a great segue to closing the show because the thing about Events and Adventures is that they do 30 to 50 events a month. There's 7 days a week. We all have different schedules. We all like different things. So it's the convenience of being able to plug in when you want to go. They have virtual up to 200 virtual events a month as well. So if you're a native Houstonian and you don't want to drive, you don't have to anymore. Y'all check it out. Check out our words here from our friends at the show at Events and Adventures, and we will see you guys back here in just a few minutes for our afterthoughts. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, Picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today. Hey, guys.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Mr. Believe So You Can Achieve, Ryan Yarborough. Today's topic that we talked about was, why is it so difficult to date these days? There are various different reasons, right? Put it on social media, put it on the internet, put it on any and everything that you can think about. Is so many ways that people can go about getting their dates done. All right, so it's too many options and it's too many ways to think about it. Versus back in my day, you could only talk on the phone, or if you didn't have a call waiting, you had to go meet up with that person. So that's a whole different form of dating. But nowadays, you have so many options that you're gonna get. It's harder for you to get what you want versus thinking it is easier for you to get what you want. Okay, but one thing that I always tell people all the time, you have to love yourself first before you go out and try to love somebody else, or before you expect somebody else to love you. Okay, and the main reason that comes about, like I said, is because you have to believe in yourself to achieve. All right, once again, and when it comes down to that, I have a new sports show coming up as well. You can get all my information, not only on my sports show, but my book and other things that I'm doing as well at RyanYarborough.com. I'm not even going to try to spell that out for you, but RyanYarborough.com. And until the next time we see each other, always believe so you can achieve.
What's going on, everybody? I want to thank Amber Neal for getting me on the show and bring me on, let me be a guest. Aaron Williams with Unguardable Athletics. Today's questions were, why, or today's topics were, why would you wait 21 days after a breakup to heal, and why, and reasons why dating is so difficult these days. And I think those are some good topics, and we have some great things to say. Make sure y'all stay tuned in, and make sure y'all come check out Unguardable Athletics. We practice on Thursdays at Shoot 360. Hope to see you there, 6:30 to 8.
What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ Houston. Welcome to my Afterthoughts. On today's show, we were talking about why it's so difficult to date. You want to know why it's so difficult to date today? Bam. That's why it's so difficult to date today. You get ghosted. You see what happens? You just up and vanish. That's like, the most annoying thing ever. Just tell somebody why you do. Like, if they just become boring, tell them you're boring. You're not interesting to me. There's nothing going on anymore. Stop ghosting people. Stop making things so difficult to date. It's really not that hard to find somebody you're compatible with. What makes it hard are you people and these apps. Gosh, get it together, guys. Anyway, make sure y'all guys go and check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all the little social media platforms for all kinds of relationship advice. Y'all know how we do right here on the Amber Neal Show.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Afterthoughts. This is where we get to say what we couldn't have time to say. But I do want to talk today specifically about one thing that we talked about, why dating can be so difficult these days. Listen, guys, I felt the most heartfelt about this one topic. It's our expectations are what's keeping us single. Let's normalize real women and real men with real lives and real jobs and real relationships. Right now, it's get the bag and it's all about me and it's a selfie and selfish and it's all ego based. And if it doesn't work out, it's like trying to pick a one kind of candy in a candy store. And back in the day when we would date, we had to go to effort to actually meet people. Now it's literally on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook, it's at work. I mean, no matter where you go, we're in a digital age, so it puts that temptation right there in your face, which is also why I think cheating is so prevalent today, because the temptation is in your face. You can't even drive down the street in Houston without a billboard selling you sex or drugs or alcohol. So you've got to be very confident in who you are, what you stand for, what your boundaries are about, because if you don't, you can trade in that last person for a new person, but the reality of it is the shell just looks different. But if you're attracting a broken person because you refuse to heal, you're going to keep attracting more broken people. So it's very important you take those 21 days and you spend that time just with yourself and find out, do I want to stay in this relationship if that person is not giving me what I need? You want to talk about something that will lead to depression is going against the resistance. When you feel that resistance and you're trying to fight it, and the God and the universe is trying to tell you that person ain't right for you, they're going to allow you to keep getting hurt until you realize you deserve better. And if you don't know you deserve better, how do you expect anyone else to know what you deserve? For more information, you guys, go check out our friends at eventsandadventures.com. Tell them you heard about us here at the Amber Neal Show. Get 6 months free with purchase. They have great epic holiday parties. I'm telling you, you will never go wrong. Get your bucket list out. Make some friends. Learn your city. And you know what? You might even be one of their 50 marriages a year. Also, thanks to our friends at maridate.com. Once you get married through ENA, then come on over to Maridate, and we do up to 50 events a month as well. Shout out to our friends at AT&T. If you want to get in touch with them, hit us up at 866-479-8752. That's our matchmaker hotline. We have a special rate and a special number to give you for AT&T for that as well. And get a copy of my book, How My Kitty Betrayed Me. So this is something that's near and dear to my heart, because the wrong relationship or that good deed will have you in a whole relationship you have no business being in. We'll see you next time here on the Amber Neal Show. Y'all stay tuned.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.